Good evening, viewers. You're now watching Hornbill TV's Northeast Express. Tensions gripped the Regional Institute of Medical Sciences RIMS campus on Monday after 3 injured persons from Kangpokpi district were brought to the hospital, triggering a major confrontation. A large crowd gathered and garroted the hospital premises, leading to a tense standoff and escalating the situation. Security forces deployed at the site fired tear gas shells to disperse the crowd and restore order. The situation was later brought under control, though security remained heightened in and around the hospital campus. The injured persons were among 3 youths wounded during fresh violence that broke out earlier in the day between Konsakul and Naga inhabited village and also Leilon Vaipi and Kuki village in Kangpokpi district. According to sources, heavy gunfire was exchanged between the 2 neighboring villages for several hours, prompting security forces to rush reinforcement to the area in an effort to contain the situation and prevent further escalation. The circumstances leading to the latest outbreak of violence were not immediately known. The injured were identified as Genlanmang Vaipe 18, Lungliandao Vaipe 20 and Paugulal 18. They were initially taken to Lemakong before being shifted to RIMS for advanced medical treatment. Sources said one of the injured was in critical condition while the other 2 were undergoing treatment. The arrival of the injured at RIMS drew large numbers of people to the hospital, resulting in heightened tension and a confrontation that necessitated intervention by security forces. Tear gas shells were fired to disperse the crowd and restore normalcy within the campus. Security deployment was subsequently strengthened at the hospital as well as in the affected area of Kangpokpi district. The situation remained tense at the time of filing this report, with authorities closely monitoring developments.
टेररिस्ट को मदद क्यों कर रहा है आप लोग? आप लोग गलती हो गया।
आज लव करना गुस्सा से।
आपको इसलिए ये हॉस्पिटल यहाँ पे और भी पेशेंट हैं और बहुत सारे पेशेंट हैं।
Sir, I want to ask a question. See you.
Sir.
video of.
जी आपको क्या आपत्ति है बताइए।
अरे मुझे तो ना यहाँ से पूरा खून दौड़ रहा है यहाँ पे। ऐसा पानी जो उबलता है ना वो जैसे उबल रहा है। जो हमने बोलना चाहता था, आज लफड़ा हुआ है लेलन बाइफे में, तो तुरंत जो सिविलियन भी नहीं है और क्या बोलते हैं टेररिस्ट है उन लोग जो हम लोग को मारने के लिए जो आता है वो टेररिस्ट है। उन लोग को तुरंत लेकर आए यहाँ पे। जब हम लोग का डेथ 13 में जो हुआ था मार्च पे, अभी सॉरी मई पे, उन लोग को तो तुरंत उठा के लेकर आने के लिए बदले आज लेकर आया है। ये ऐसा थोड़ी, ये तो जस्टिस नहीं है ना। ये से पता चलता है कि मणिपुर का गवर्नमेंट जो है, ये सरकार जो है पूरा डुप्लीकेट है। इसको पूरा हटाना पड़ेगा मेरे दिल से।
सर आपका विलेज बताइए और आपका नाम बताइए।
मेरा नाम हम इम्फाल में रहता है।
इधर अंदर में लगा, इधर में प्रोटेक्शन क्या काम है? We want peace here. We don't want terrorists here. So take them back to their land. No. That's why we want peace. From that 30, no one is going there. Protect Corona. Give us the protect rights. Give us the pointed out that who kidnapped our people. हम लोग की ड्यूटी करने के लिए ऑफिसर ने दिया। आप करते ड्यूटी है, इतना तो नहीं करना चाहिए। हम भी ये करेंगे। Public property. Because this is our property. Our property. This is our property. We have vouchers. This is our property. So go and kill that cookie terrorist in Leilon by 5. इसमें लड़ाई हो रहा है, इसलिए पढ़ने करो जाके। Sir, go and do your work here. This is not your work here. This is for the civilian. This is not for you, sir.
ये मारना है नहीं मारना है वहाँ तो है डायरेक्ट उसको जाके हम लोग मारने वाला नहीं है
You left the mega girls and you encountered the Mega people. Before 50 years, they are not Indian.
मणिपुर में टेररिस्ट बहुत है
Major confrontation here in Imphal after the report of 3 injured persons brought here at RIMS hospital from Kangpokpi district. A large number of crowd gathered here at RIMS campus, and there was a major confrontation between these protesters and security personnel. Ultimately, security personnel were able to drive away these protesters out of the campus. In the meanwhile, security personnel have to resort to firing tear gas shells, and they have to physically remove from the campus. Ultimately, situation was brought under control with the presence of huge number of security forces, both state police as well as central forces. This is Mubasir Razi reporting for Hornbill TV.
Union Road Transport and Highways Minister Nitin Gadkari arrived at the Laditi Performing Centre in Maukasiang on Monday. He went there to attend the Northeast India Infrastructure Summit and Exhibition 2026. The summit is being hosted by the Government of Meghalaya, organized by FINER, FINER, and co-organized by the Build India Foundation. The 2-day summit will also bring together officials from 8 union ministries, chief ministers and senior officials from the Meghalaya, Assam, Manipur, Mizoram, Tripura, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh, Nagaland, industry leaders, investors, infrastructure developers, financial institutions and technology innovators to deliberate on the future of infrastructure-led growth in the Northeast India. The summit aims to strengthen regional connectivity, accelerate infrastructure development and unlock investment opportunities across Northeast India.
Mr. Nitin Gadkari is also attending the program. Northeast Infra Summit and Exhibition is happening for the first time. As you know, Northeast, all the 8 states in Northeast have abundance of opportunities in terms of tourism, in terms of mineral, mining, so many of opportunities. But all 8 states are quite intriguing to each other. So if, for example, if you want to go to Mizoram or Meghalaya or Nagaland, so Assam, Meghalaya, each states have, kind of are gateways to each other. So therefore, a collective thought is required to look at Northeast growth and development. Unless Northeast is looked at complete block and think of a development plan collectively, I think that was also the reason why Department of Northeastern Region was formed within the Government of India, to have a very collective thought on development of Northeast. Northeast also has a very sensitive borders across the states of our neighbors. So we all, with all that strategic need also putting together, a very strong infrastructure is a basic requirement of Northeast. Last 12 years, phenomenal transformation in infrastructure has happened. Whether it is highways, whether it is aviation, airports, new airports being developed, helipads being developed, each state is progressively competing with each other to do better than others. In fact, state like Meghalaya is having highest growth rate for economy among all the states in India, which is very surprising. None of the, probably a large part of our country doesn't know that Meghalaya is the fastest growing states in India, growing at more than 13-14% from last so many years, last 6-7 years. So I think all this put together, a collective thought of all 8 states as a block put together, the expression of that collective thought is this Northeast Infra Summit and Exhibition. As you said, Honorable Union Minister for Road Transport and Highways, Mr. Nitin Gadkari is joining. He has transport highway sector in India, also in Northeast. Northeast has seen more than 2.5 lakh crore of investment in highway sector in last 12 years, which is unheard of in last 70-75 years. Similarly, Union Minister for Waterways and Ports, Mr. Sarbanand Sonowal is also joining. Northeast has an abundance potential of waterways development, which could be the most economic way of, for the logistics and supply chain management. Our Civil Aviation Minister, Mr. Ram Mohan Naidu is joining on second day, that is tomorrow. Minister for Tourism is joining. A lot of chief ministers, like for example, Nagaland Chief Minister is joining in inaugural. Their deputy chief minister, various ministers of the 8 northeastern states, senior government officials like chief secretaries, principal secretaries of various departments, and very importantly, the large part of business community of Northeast. In fact, more than 1,200 delegates have registered. The response has been so overwhelming that we earlier thought of 600 delegates, then we increased to 800. Now the number has gone to more than 1,200. I think phenomenal support given by the host state government of Meghalaya, their officials, their team. Therefore, this 1,200 plus delegate registration has happened. In fact, we have stopped registration 2 days back because now we are absolutely out of capacity. The hall cannot accommodate more than 1,200 people. So I think that overwhelming response also conveys a message that people of Northeast are very enthusiastic. They are very keen that this development happens very rapidly, and by that transformation that will happen because of the infrastructure growth in Northeast and the industrial infrastructure, digital infrastructure, tourism infrastructure, everything put together, Northeast will go into a very different level of pedestal of growth, and the opportunities will open for the youth in the Northeast, for the people in the Northeast, and therefore business community is very enthusiastic, technocrats are very enthusiastic. More than 300 delegates are coming from all across the India. So there is a lot of attraction and kind of a curiosity about Northeast across India. Companies, large companies have sent their representative. So I think all put together, this has become a expression of Northeast dream of becoming a major growth center for India. So we hope that in coming 5 years, Northeast becomes a growth center of India. As you highlight.
Manipur Chief Minister Y. Khemchand Singh on Sunday said that he raised the issue of rehabilitation and resettlement of internally displaced persons during his recent meeting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Addressing a press conference at the Chief Minister's Secretariat, Khemchand said the plight of thousands of displaced by the ongoing ethnic conflict was among the key concerns he highlighted before the Prime Minister. He stressed the need for safe, dignified and sustainable rehabilitation of those affected. The Chief Minister also said he discussed the Centre's Act East policy with Prime Minister Modi and underscored Manipur's strategic importance as India's gateway to Southeast Asia.
With Prime Minister Narendra Modi, क्या बातचीत हुआ मैंने कुछ बता
ठीक सबसे पहले आईडीपी की घर वापस आने की 3 लाख समिति है 1,30,000 from rural development department and 1,70,000 from Home Ministry. So, by cost factor of everything, it's like cement, sand, everything. I was given simple example. Once bag of cement, Manipur में minimum 600 rupees के ऊपर आता है. And then Norris India University assignment around 300 rupees. The cost factor is 100% different. So हम लोग ने दिन पहले लिख चुका था तो यूनियन मिनिस्टर को 5 लाख तक देने का. That was I did the meeting. And secondly, look at policy. Yes, earlier it was look his policy. तो प्रधानमंत्री चाहते हैं इसको एक करें. But since long time, ये सब चीज को हम नजर नहीं आ रहा है. मतलब improved होने का. And secondly, हाँ of course ट्रेन आ गया. 2 साल के अंदर में नेपाल पहुंचेंगे and after some few years मोरे पहुंचेंगे. That's a different thing. तो अभी की मोरे में जो पहले इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर की जो ट्रेड शुरू हुआ था वो सब क्राइसिस से बंद किया. सबसे पहले इसको खोलिए.
The body of a school-going minor girl was swept away by floodwaters in Tuibong, Churachandpur districts following heavy rainfall on Thursday and was recovered on Sunday after an extensive 4-day search operation involving local volunteers, civil society organization and rescue personnel. Sources say the search operation was launched immediately after the incident and continued round-the-clock despite difficult weather conditions and the strong current of the swollen river. Hundreds of volunteers, village authorities, youth organizations and civil society groups reportedly as part of nationwide public outreach campaign to mark the successful completion of 12 years of central government under the leadership of Narendra Modi and his historic milestone as the longest-serving Prime Minister as an elected leader, Silchar Lok Sabha MP Parimal Suklabaidia on Saturday held courtesy meetings and interactions with senior citizens, prominent personalities of society and well-wishers in various mandals of the Silchar Assembly constituency. MP Suklabaidia highlighted the success of various people-friendly schemes and programs at the central government before the present citizens. He particularly shed light on the positive impact of steps taken in infrastructure development, Digital India, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, Ayushman Bharat, Ujjwala Yojana, farmer welfare programs, women empowerment and measures for improving the quality of life of the poor and marginalized people.
সকলে আমাৰ মণ্ডলৰ সভাপতি সহ আমি কৰ্মীসকল ইয়াতে আহিছোঁ আৰু আমি ইয়াতে ৰামানুজগুপ্ত কলেজত আহিছোঁ ৰৌদ্ৰনাৰায়ণ গুপ্ত এটোৰ কৰ্ণধাৰ আপোনালোকে জানে তেওঁৰ ইয়াতে আহিছোঁ আৰু মোদীজীৰ হৈ আহিছোঁ মোদীজী আটাইতকৈ লংগেষ্ট পিৰিয়ড ইলেক্টেড প্ৰাইম মিনিষ্টাৰ হিচাপে অতিবাহিত কৰিছে আৰু মোদীজী আমাৰ পঠাইছে আমাক যে সমাজের বিভিন্ন স্তরের মানুষ প্রতিষ্ঠিত নাগরিক সকলের ওচৰত যোৱা আৰু যেহেতু এই সকলের আশীর্বাদত মোদীজী একেবারে এই 12 বছর অতিক্রম করিলে মা ভারতীর কারণে বিকশিত ভারতের কারণে এদিনও ছুটি নলৈ তেওঁ কাম কৰিছে আৰু তেওঁৰ এটা ধাৰণা যে এইটো ভাৰতবৰ্ষৰ ৰাইজৰ আশীৰ্বাদ অবিহনে হ'ব পৰা নাই সেইকাৰণে তেওঁৰ ফালৰ পৰা সকলোকে শ্ৰদ্ধা নিবেদন কৰাৰ কাৰণে আমাক ঘৰত গৈ এনেকুৱা নহয় পাব্লিক ডায়াছত ঘৰত গৈ যাতে আমি তেওঁৰ ফালৰ পৰা আৰু দলৰ ফালৰ পৰা শ্ৰদ্ধা জনাব পাৰোঁ আৰু বিকশিত ভাৰত নিৰ্মাণৰ কাৰণে মোদীজীৰ পৰিকল্পনা আছে যোৱা 12 বছৰত যি কামবিলাক কৰিছে এই কামবিলাকো অলপ আলোচনা কৰা আৰু যদি এই বিকশিত ভাৰতৰ কাৰণে ৰাইজৰ কোনো প্ৰপ'জেল থাকে কোনো পৰামৰ্শ থাকে এই পৰামৰ্শবিলাক তেওঁলোকৰ লগতে অলপ ডিছকাছ কৰি মোদী জ্ঞাত কৰা এই কাৰণে মোদীজী বাকী কাৰ্যৰ কাৰণে সকল নাগৰিকৰ আশীৰ্বাদ প্ৰাৰ্থনা
That's all for now. Thank you for watching Hornbill TV.